Donald Trump, a man who has long been synonymous with spectacle and controversy, has once again left his indelible mark, this time on none other than Caterpillar Incorporated, a stalwart of American industry. It wasn't a casual jab or a passing comment. Trump managed to append Caterpillar's day reputation and perhaps a chunk of its future in his own unique style. With his characteristic mix of blunt force and theatrical timing, Trump's actions seemed less like a planned assault and more like a wrecking ball, swinging wildly but landing with uncanny precision. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Caterpillar, known for its bright yellow machinery and steadfast presence in the construction and mining sectors, has often been a symbol of American resilience. Its machines have carved highways, built skyscrapers, and mined resources from the depths of the earth. Yet in one fell swoop, Trump managed to overshadow all that legacy. The stage was set during an appearance where the former president addressed what he perceived as problems with Caterpillar's operations. His critique? Classic Trump, bold, broad, and without the slightest nod to nuance. The company, he claimed, wasn't doing enough to keep jobs in America and had lost its edge, all while rattling off a mix of anecdotal evidence and questionable statistics that left the audience blinking. The event unfolded like a reality show episode. Trump's entrance was bombastic, with his usual hand gestures, exaggerated expressions, and the kind of energy that suggests he thrives on the electricity of a live audience. He began, leaning into the microphone like he was sharing a secret with everyone in the room. Caterpillar used to be the king. The king? Now? Not so much. It was a classic Trump move, framing a powerhouse as a failing entity, only to position himself as the harbinger of a hypothetical renaissance. His delivery wasn't laden with technicalities or corporate jargon, but instead peppered with colorful metaphors. Caterpillar wasn't just facing issues, it was, in Trump's words, stuck in the mud, spinning its wheels. The implications of Trump's tirade were immediate and far-reaching. Caterpillar's stock dipped within hours of his speech, as if investors, momentarily mesmerized by Trump's rhetoric, had second-guessed their faith in the company. Analysts scrambled to decipher the impact, speculating whether Trump's words had teeth or were simply hot air. Meanwhile, Trump seemed unfazed by the economic ripples he'd set off. In fact, he doubled down in subsequent interviews, mentioning Caterpillar again and again, ensuring the narrative didn't lose steam. The heart of Trump's attack seemed to be a perceived betrayal of American workers. "They used to make everything here," he exclaimed, shaking his head with the kind of exaggerated disapproval that makes you wonder if he practices in the mirror. He brought up factories moving abroad and the supposed erosion of American manufacturing pride. The facts of the matter? Well, Trump didn't exactly dwell on those, but the imagery he conjured, a once proud titan of industry abandoning its roots, was vivid enough to stick. And that's the thing about Trump. His storytelling, however loose with reality, has a way of planting seeds in people's minds. Caterpillar's leadership predictably responded with a measured corporate statement. They cited their ongoing commitment to U.S. jobs, their global footprint, and their role in supporting infrastructure development worldwide. But even the most polished press release couldn't match the raw, unfiltered nature of Trump's rhetoric. While Caterpillar's response was dignified and factual, it lacked the pizzazz and punch of Trump's off-the-cuff delivery. What made this episode all the more fascinating was Trump's personal flair for dramatics. He didn't just criticize Caterpillar. He likened their machines to big yellow dinosaurs that haven't adapted to the times. It was an absurd image, but also strangely compelling. For those who didn't know better, it might have sounded like Trump was an expert on heavy machinery, critiquing design and engineering choices like a seasoned veteran of the industry. In reality, he was riffing, spinning a tale that was equal parts critique and entertainment. The audience, a mix of supporters and skeptics, couldn't help but be drawn in by the sheer audacity of it all. As the day unfolded, Trump's words continued to echo. Social media lit up with debates. Memes featuring Caterpillar equipment overlaid with Trump's most memorable quotes flooded timelines. News outlets dissected the speech, some condemning it as reckless, others lauding it as a much-needed wake-up call for American manufacturing. Trump, true to form, basked in the attention. He posted follow-up messages reiterating his points, ensuring the conversation didn't fizzle out. "I just said what everyone's been thinking," he declared on Truth Social, his platform of choice. Caterpillar needs to step it up. America deserves better. The humor in Trump's approach wasn't lost on anyone. His knack for turning even a critique of industrial machinery into a near-committed performance was on full display. At one point, he joked about the size of Caterpillar's equipment, quipping that they were too big for their own good. The absurdity of Trump, a man more associated with golden skyscrapers and golf courses than excavators and bulldozers, critiquing heavy machinery design wasn't lost on the audience. And yet, his delivery was so self-assured that it left many wondering if he might actually know something they didn't. Beneath the theatrics, though, was a deeper commentary on Trump's ability to shape narratives and influence perceptions. Whether intentional or not, his takedown of Caterpillar wasn't just about one company. It was a continuation of his broader critique of globalization and the shifting priorities of American corporations. His message resonated with those who felt left behind by economic changes, even if the specifics of his argument were shaky at best. For Caterpillar, the challenge became not just managing the immediate fallout, but also steering the conversation back to their strengths. It's one thing to deal with an unhappy shareholder or a critical analyst. It's another to face a full-blown Trump-fueled media storm. The company's PR team likely worked overtime crafting responses, but no amount of spin could entirely counteract the force of Trump's personality. His critique had gone viral, and once something reaches that level, it takes on a life of its own. The real question, however, was what Trump's outburst meant for the broader manufacturing sector. If a company as iconic as Caterpillar could be put on the defensive, what did that signal to others? For some, it was a call to action, a reminder that public perception and political rhetoric could impact even the most established brands. For others, it was just another example of Trump's penchant for stirring the pot, a moment of chaos that would eventually settle down. In the end, Trump's attack on Caterpillar was as much about spectacle as it was substance. It showcased his uncanny ability to command attention, shift narratives, and perhaps most importantly entertain. Whether his critique will lead to any lasting changes at Caterpillar or in the manufacturing industry as a whole remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Trump's ability to bulldoze his way into the spotlight and take others along for the ride remains as strong as ever. As the dust settled on Trump's Caterpillar tirade, the spectacle left an undeniable mark. The event wasn't just a fleeting media moment, it was a testament to Trump's ability to seize a stage, dominate a conversation, and leave an indelible impression. Caterpillar, a symbol of American industrial grit, found itself unexpectedly dragged into the chaotic whirlwind of Trump's rhetoric, a storm that blended humor, criticism, and spectacle in equal measure. Whether this would spark tangible changes or fade into another chapter of Trump's colorful legacy remained uncertain. Yet the vivid drama he orchestrated ensured one thing: no one would forget it anytime soon. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.